Yeah. Sorry. So, yeah, here we are. It's what time is it? 9:07 a.m. in the morning in Texas. Uh, huh. So, I actually wasn't gonna do the show until like 11 o'clock or noon, but then my mom messages me and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna be in town tomorrow about 11:30 or noon. You want to go get lunch with us?" And I'm like, "I have a show right at that time." And she's like, "Oh." And it's my mom, and she's a little older, so she's like, "Well, you can watch TV anytime." And I'm like, "No, mom, not that kind of show." And she's like, "What?" Like, "No, ma, I gotta do a show, like, perform in a show." And she's like, "Oh." It's just and she's like, "Well, okay, then we can just come, by your house after we eat lunch." And I'm like, "Mom, I'll still be doing the show." And she's like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Come on, man." I was like, "Fine, I'll do this show earlier." And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm here earlier just so my poor mother doesn't have to, make her way all the way down here to my city and then not see me. So, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that right now. I've moved the show from about 11 to noon to now. So that's what we're doing. The reason why I wanted to wait a little bit longer is because some people just aren't morning people. At least here in the states, I know in Europe it's like the afternoon over there, so it's not such a big deal for them. But like here in the states, some people aren't awake at this time. They're just like, "Dude, it's Saturday. I want to sleep in," which is, especially like if you're in California, it's just after 7 in California. So yeah, I can't say I blame them. But yeah, I went ahead and I moved it. So we're gonna do the show now, and I'm gonna go see my mom probably about. I'm gonna end the show probably a little bit after 11. I'm gonna try to remind myself to end it then, because she says she's gonna message me when she's like in town. So I'm just kind of waiting for that little message to pop up. Uh, yeah. Oh, there was another thing. I bought a field monitor. I don't think I ever mentioned this to you guys. I bought a field monitor for my camera so that it would be easier for me to do videos. And if you don't know what a field monitor is, it's basically a slightly oversized screen that you can stick on the top of your camera as long as you have the correct attachment, which I do. If you're familiar with cameras, like with an old school DSLR camera, there's a little spot where you can actually put an external flash on. Well, instead of putting a flash there, there's this little thing that you can put on, and then you can attach a screen to it. And while my camera does have a screen, it's a very tiny screen. So I bought the field monitor to hook it up to the camera so that I could make my screen much, much larger. Or at least what I'm looking at much larger. So it's easier for me to frame a video and see where I'm, doing stuff. And it basically just helps my whole setup. So that's why I bought one. And I get it in, and the screen's fine, but like half of the accessories are missing. Because when I bought it, I bought like a full thing because I'm like, okay, I don't want to end up in a situation where I'm like missing a cable or a power outlet or anything like that. So I got it one with a battery, with a battery charger. I got one with a power cable, like an external power cable if I needed it. All this other different stuff. And I get it, and it's got the screen, and it's got like a couple of other things with it, but it doesn't have the battery or anything, so I can't even turn the darn thing on. So that was a real bummer. And I messaged the seller. I'm like, "Dude, like half of the stuff is not in this box." And I ordered it through Amazon, so I already know that the seller doesn't get back to me, the Amazon will still let me return it, so that's fine. But it's just a bummer because I wanted to start filming yesterday with this field monitor, and I can't because I don't have a battery to turn it on. I could go buy one, but technically I already did, and it just didn't come with the screen. So I was like, ugh, I don't want to go burn, another $35 for a battery and another battery charger when they should have sent me one to begin with. So yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Now I just gotta wait for them to get back to me and hopefully get this sorted out, because if they don't, then obviously I'm just gonna return it. Oh man, that's only... Yeah, I think... Oh, that's right. We were looking at these a few days ago, and you can... At this point, we only get... whatchamacallit? Legacy packs or something like that. Legendary pack, whatever they're called. What shoes you wearing out to eat? Dude, I'm wearing my normal Texas attire for the winter, which is like a hoodie, some shorts, and some sandals. That's it. It's actually kind of cold right now, but it's not like super cold. Plus, here in Texas, it's not the kind of cold where you wrap your entire body up. It's the kind of cold where as long as you have like a decent jacket on, you're probably fine. Like you can literally wear shorts and you're fine. It's not like super cold like it is over in Michigan. Equip only to a thunder type monster against 100 attack. Okay. Okay. Well, this is not a great start, but might as well burn the Geki. All right. I'm actually going to put Wiz in attack position. Gain some life points. There we go. Actually, I can wait till main 2. I always forget that this game has main 2. I got so used to playing Duel Links that I would, because again, remember, I don't know if you remember, like when I first started playing Duel Links, I would always forget to put my back row because I was so used to having turn or main phase 2. And now that I have main phase 2 back, I got used to not having it. So I'm like, oh, I could do this in main phase 2. So there we go. Still wear shorts. I haven't had shorts in 10 years. In Texas, yes. Because you got to remember, dude, it's like 90 plus degrees here in Texas most of the time. So, yeah. It makes perfect sense to have shorts here in Texas. Hell yeah, dude. You don't have shorts here in Texas, you're going to be not having a good time. I'll just say that. You won't have a great time. I mean, you can wear pants here. It's just, especially during the summer, it's just not fun, man. The only people that wear pants here during the summer are people that work like in business offices. Everybody else wears shorts. Or if it's like required for your job that you actually wear pants. And some jobs do require it. Like if you're a welder, yeah, you want to wear pants because you know that stuff can mess with you. Wow, that was not the card I really wanted. I'm desperately wanting a beat here. Although I guess this will work. Watch him have more than 19 defense. No, we're good. It's hot in Texas. Well, right now it's not. We're in that little span of like a month where it gets kind of chilly. Like seriously, the last couple of days we actually had a cold snap here. Like last night, the night before, and then the night before that, we were all below freezing. And it was, thankfully we didn't lose power, so we were fine. But that was a big concern too. Everybody was like, oh crap, are we gonna lose power again? Oh, there's my 200. Okay, cool. So let's do one more time and we'll get the 200. But yeah, during the winter, even during the winter, it generally doesn't get that cold. It's not like I was saying, it's not like Michigan cold. Because I know Michigan cold, it's like there's snow everywhere, and there are probably span of like a week or two where it doesn't get above freezing, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that sort of stuff just doesn't really happen here in Texas. That's why when the power went out, it was such a huge deal. Ooh, well, it would only destroy. What is it? What is he choosing? It didn't say what he chose. Okay, we're gonna magic drain it. Let me see if he actually dumps another card. He did, damn it. Where's my backfield? 15 inches of snow? Yeah. We thought we were going to get snow the other evening, but it didn't happen. We got sleet for like, no joke, for like 30 seconds. And then it stopped, and that was it. Over in San Antonio, they got a pretty hard freeze with ice and stuff all over, but not here in Corpus. Kind of bugged me too because not to get into politics too much, but here in Texas we have Governor Abbott, and most people don't really like him. Even I'm one of those people. I just don't really care for the guy. And last year he seriously screwed up when we all lost power for that extended period of time. So people are really on his case. So, of course, as soon as somebody loses power here in Texas during this little cold snap here, people start complaining. And it's like, well, they're like, yeah, he failed us again. And I'm like, okay, but did that person lose power because, of like a power plant failure, or was it because of something else? And they're like, yeah, a tree fell on the power lines. And I'm like, oh, well, you can't really prevent that. That's gonna happen. I understand. Again, like I said, I understand the hate for Governor Abbott. Like I said, I don't like him either. But let's try and keep this thing real for a little bit, because yeah, I mean, nothing is really gonna stop a tree full of ice from falling on a power line and causing a power outage. That's just that sort of stuff happens. My main concern was I just didn't want any of because last year when that happened, it wasn't because the frozen power lines or anything. It was because so many power stations had to shut down because they simply weren't prepared for the cold. That's why last year we were all mad. But this year, yeah, thankfully we didn't lose power for that. At least here we didn't. And as far as I know, that woman that was complaining about it, like I said, she got angry because apparently her brother lost power because, like I said, a tree fell on a power line. And again, you can't. The only thing you can do to prevent that really is just, I guess keep up with your trees, man. If everybody makes sure their trees are in decent shape, and if they can take a little ice, then they're fine. But if not, you got to trim those suckers back. Ooh. Fragment. Oh no, fusion. Dang it. Gemini Topaz. Ouch. Oh, Link Summon. What are you bringing? Phantom Quartz. Ooh, that was an interesting decision. Oh, he's gonna pay the 1,000. That's why. Ah, brilliant diamond. That sucks. Oh, this is getting ugly now. This is getting really ugly. Hey, Aaron. Neighbor said it looked like spaceships was landing in her backyard with all the lights. We'll let that go. Let's see. Crap, I gotta do this, or I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I'm in bad shape as it is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. That's not good. That's unfortunately not gonna do anything for me. We lost. Oh, I did finally go out and get Pokemon Arceus. It's very different from the other Pokemon games. It's a semi open world game. And I mean semi because there are certain chunks of the map where you can just go and kind of roam around freely. But unfortunately, there's the way it loads is whenever you go to like a very different part of the map, instead of you just being able to walk there like you would normally be able to do in an RPG, you actually have to like kind of move there. Like you have to tell somebody like, "Hey, I want to go to this place," and then they send you there. It's not like you can just walk. So that's why I'm saying it's semi-open world. And if I like it, it's different. It's a very different experience. Because if you've never played the Pokemon games, they are very, the play style is very casual. Like you can literally play the game with one hand if you wanted to. And so I just got used to just roaming around and running into Pokemon every now and then and just, okay, catch this guy, battle that guy. Now it's different. Now you're running around collecting supplies, and the way that you engage Pokemon now is very different. Ooh. Yeah, it used to be you could just walk into a Pokemon and you could engage them. Oh, you serious effect veiler. Oh, that sucks. But now you can actually hunt Ponky. You can hunt Pokemon. So it's a little bit different. Not only that, but apparently you can ride some of the Pokemon too as mounts, which is kind of neat, I guess. Helps with getting around. There's a crafting system too, where you can still buy Pokeballs, but you can also craft them, which is kind of neat, I guess. It's especially helpful when you're out and about, because especially in BDSP, I would hit little situations where I'd run into like a Pokemon that I actually need and be like, okay, I got to try and catch this thing. But then I realize I only have like 6 Pokeballs left because I'm bad like that. I forget. And so when you're out and about, instead of having to be like, oh man, I got to go back in town and buy some Pokeballs, now you can just craft them. The only thing is when you first get started, you can only craft certain ones. Like right now, I can only craft 2. I can craft the regular Pokeball, and I can craft the heavy ball. But I imagine as you level up and rank up and stuff, you can start getting the different kinds of balls. There's also a little bit more story to it too. You got who do I have for the Super Bowl? I really don't know. I just know it looks like it's going to be a really awesome game. The 2 teams that are going are the 2 teams that I was hoping would go. I didn't think they had much of a chance, but they pulled it off. I was like, I don't know if the Chiefs are going to lose, but yeah. That was kind of amazing, actually. Oh, are you serious? He's going to do another gem night. Ugh, gosh. I'm doing everything I can to try and negate this dude, but he just keeps going. But I'm glad it's going to be the Rams and Bengals. I kind of want the Bengals to win, simply because I know they're going to be the underdog. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Like I want the Bengals to win because they're the underdog, but at the same time I kind of want the Rams to win because I've always been kind of a fan of Matthew Stafford, even all those years he was on those terrible Rams teams. You kind of had to feel for the guy. So now he's got his shot. This is like his one shot, possibly. So he wants to go out and snag it as quickly as he can. It's either way, whoever wins, it's going to be a good game. I won't feel particularly if the Bengals do lose. I won't feel particularly bad for the Bengals because they have a very young team, and given how good they are, they're going to be around for a little while. Like if they don't win this year, they still have a very good chance of winning next year. We gotta get rid of that Gemini Fusion. It's Detroit Rams. Yeah, because I'm telling you, Matthew Stafford, he's a good player. I really do think he's a good player. And so to have, like I said, to have him finally go into the Super Bowl, it's like, wow. You would have hoped that he could have done that with the Lions, but unfortunately, let's be real honest here. The Lions just, their management is not, it's never really been very good. Like, they did have a couple of really good players over the last decade. They had Stafford, and they also had Megatron. But of course, Megatron's like, dude, I'm not going to stick around for this if we're not going to make a serious effort to try and win. I think that's the biggest reason he retired, because he was already, you know, he's like, I'm here with this team, and if we can't do it within 10 years, then I'm just not gonna, you know, he's like, I'm just not gonna hang around then. And so that's why he was like, yeah, I had my career, I'm fine now, I'm gonna go retire. Which I think is smart of him. He made his money, and he got out. Target wants that current field. Yeah, that's the one I want. Oh crap! I chose the wrong one. Damn it! I meant to choose Donpa. There. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. People were mad because we were happy for him and changed that to Detroit Rams. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's fine. Like I said, over the years when I've seen Stafford play, he didn't win a lot of games, and it wasn't necessarily always his fault that you guys lost. But you know, he was always a baller. He was always in it. He always tried his best, and he always went out there and busted his butt. So that's why I like him. That's why I'm like, he's a good dude. He's a good player. He never gives up. Even, I mean, heck, I still remember that game years and years ago, where it was interesting. It was the Lions versus the Cowboys, in Dallas or Arlington. That's where it really is. But it was the Lions versus the Cowboys, and I remember he completed it was right at the end of the game, like literally like seconds off from the end of the game. And he completes a pass, and it's down at like the 1.5 yard line. It was like, oh my gosh. And they had like 10 seconds left, and they're like all running up the field because they got to spike the ball. They're like, go, go. And he's doing the little hand signal like to down the ball. But he fooled the Cowboys, and he doesn't down the ball. Instead, he just leaps over he snaps it, leaps over the line, gets the touchdown and the win. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't help but admire that. It's like, wow, really? he just completely fooled everybody. Oh, you had to play somebody where they were basically stalling. That sucks. Yeah, I think what they're gonna end up doing, you uninstalled. Well, see, that's the thing about MD is that the matches here are going to be longer. It's not like Duel Links where you can get in and out in like 5 minutes. It's not going to be like that. I mean, occasionally you'll see a match like that, but yeah, sometimes. And the reason why they have such a lengthy period for you to do what you need to do during your turn is because these cards and these archetypes do so much that you can't just say, okay, you have a minute to do your turn, because you wouldn't be able to finish. But I think it'd probably be a good idea for them to definitely bring down the amount of time given, because it does feel like it's a lot. Because what is it, like 500 seconds for you to pull off your turn? That's a lot of time. That feels like it's too much. Because yeah, if they're gonna keep doing it that way, it's they're gonna have really long duels, and people do stall. I remember, again, back in my day when I was a judge, man, people would try and stall all the time, and we had to warn them all the time. We're like, dude, come on, chop chop, man, you gotta move. But yeah, people will do that stuff. It sucks, but you know, that's people for you. Oh, that's right, I got 2 legacy packs. Let's see what we got for a legacy pack. Yeah, don't. I would say don't uninstall just because that one guy. Again, sadly, there are people that do that stupid stuff. I'm gonna get an R mail. Oh, Triple D contract, not bad. Oh, there we go. There's my goofy card. That's what you get in these legacy packs, like goofy cards like this, like old school cards. Got Bahigan. I gotta play this card, man. He's awesome. Look at that. With an enormous maw and massive teeth, this monstrosity is one dangerous and strange serpent from the deep. I gotta get that card. Play DLKC Cup. Think my opponent was play what? The golden zombie thing? Buster Blader is the new meta. In Duel Links? Struck Potion. Vampire Lord. Yeah, Vampire Lord is not terrible. Suck on monster you control, destroy it, gain life equal to. That could be interesting. Alright, now we're gonna. Oh, that's right. I was still trying to get stuff for. Let me see. Did I end up getting enough tokens? I don't think I did because I was still trying to get some stuff from the for the Amazon deck. Let's see. Okay, I did get more. Let's see. I still need an Amazonist call. Still need villages. Darn, I still don't have. Crap. Well, I guess we're gonna destroy some more cards. Butterblader. You gotta love Butterblader, man. Back in my day, we used to call him Buster Bladder. I wish I could say I was making that up, but it's true. We called him Buster Bladder. I'm like, that sounds so wrong. And I'm like, yeah, it does, but still. Alright, I gotta find some super rares that I think I may never use. Because we're gonna destroy them. I need to dump 3 of them. I really don't like doing this, but... Oh, Vandred. Thunder Dragon Matrix. I don't think I'll ever use this guy. Yeah, I doubt I'll use this dude, so we'll dismantle him. Eldritch, that is what my opponent was running. Eldritch, yeah. Eldritch, very popular deck type. I still think it's dumb. I mean, because... Eldritch can take some time. It just shouldn't take that much time. But yeah, I see what you're saying is that some people will play one card and then they won't play anything for like 2 or 3 minutes. That's straight up stalling. And I looking back now, you would have to think, yeah, that's probably going to be an issue here in this game, and they need to address it right now. Because if they don't, it's going to be a massive problem. Yes, Comrade plays. It took him 7 days to download the game because of the awesome Pelotonian internet, but he got it. Machina cards, I probably won't use this. Downloaded it but not playing. It says you played. I can see when you play, man, on Steam. Played your Unity and won within 3 minutes. Oh, is that? Oh. Oh, I could probably dump one of these. I don't think I'll ever do Plunder Patrol. Yeah, let's kill this. Okay, now I gotta go back up here and make my village. Let's see, Amazonist village. Should just have one of these. Where the heck are you? Down here? There it is. Okay, generate. And this should unlock my pack. Dun 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 dun. Put the village in there. Save. Okay, let's go open some packs. Still need Swordswoman. Still need her. Yes. Dark Trax is back. His Dark Magician deck last week was destroying people. He got like 10 straight wins in the duel room. It's pretty impressive, actually. But then toward the end, he started losing. People started figuring out how to play against it. Talismandria. Another Onslaught? Ugh, I don't need any more Onslaughts. War Rock, Blowpiper, Chainmaster, and Queen. Darn it. Not a good pack. Yeah, it was the first time Trax hung out with us in Duel Room for, what, like 2-3 years? A long time, man. I was like, hey, he's back. Oh, good. We got something big here. Hopefully that's a Swordswoman. Ooh, Trap Tricks, Atrax. Samurai Skull. Orion the Sylvan High Barrier. Spirit Pawn. That's funny. I mean, I needed it. That's fine, though. I don't mind getting another village. Now I have all 3 of the villages. Magpie showed up also. Yes, Magpie was hanging out with us, too. So it was a nice little get-together of the old school boys. That's cool. So we have all our villages now. I still need the 3 Amazoness Swordswomen. And I still need 1 more Princess. Man, it's going to be hard to pull them. Yeah, because... I think I still need 1 more call. Turn Spike Shield. Yeah, do some more Spike Shield. Unfortunately, Spike Shield wouldn't really survive in the meta for this game. Spiral Resort. Wisdom Eye Magician. Paladin. Chainmaster. Heirloom. Everybody hates that card. Dude, Spike Shield was amazing. I loved that card. I won so many duels in 1 turn with that card. And it sucks to lose on your own turn. It really does. Like, you just attack and you're like, what? How does that thing have 6,500 defense? Ooh, Celestial Sordiatos. Gladiator. Oh, Darius. I actually needed that guy. Okay, Darius. Maybe I'll make some more Darius, because I like them Gladiator beasts. Musketeer, Wild. Rescue, Spy. Another baby tiger. Comrade. Exodia Chewy 2 to 1 turn. Wooker tried to pull that on me. He was drawing a ton of cards, and I thought a couple of times that he had me, but nah, he unfortunately screwed up because of a card that he played. I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's Chaos End, where you draw 2 cards, but at the end of the turn you have to discard your entire hand. Orpus, Gactos. Wow, why am I getting all this War Rock stuff now? Fancy willpower. Man, I've only got enough for 1 more pack. Of course, I can go get more gems. Dragon, Aerial Priestess, Necros, Steel Swarm Hercules. Willpower, Orpus, another Onslaught, another Willpower. I guess the good thing is that I can disassemble all those cards. Let me see. Did I unlock any other extra gems here? I did not. Okay. So, go back over here. Oh, okay. Wow, I've got a whole bunch of these. Dismantle all that. I can make plenty of rares now. I just don't need any rares, unfortunately. I still need a princess, and I need the 3 swordswomen. And then I can really just kind of pick and choose what other cards I want to throw in here. Trying to think what else would I want in here. I guess Feather Duster would be okay. Yeah, Feather Duster could work here. Just give them something to look at. Throw the Duster in there. Y'all want to do a dual room? Let's do a dual room. Or I'll save this and I'll work on this later because I don't even have the cards for it anyway. So we'll do a dual room. Get some matches. Let's see. There we are. Oops, wrong thing. Come on. If you're free later, I'll send you a dual request on Duel Links. What is this Duel Links? What is Duel Links? Standard life points. I think this is fine. Dual time normal. Oh, look, it's only normal and long. You don't have short. Okay. Here, I don't think we'll get more than 20 people in here. And even then, it's not going to be around for too long. I'm kind of watching the clock, unfortunately, here. There we go, guys. We got ourselves a dual room. Room details. There we go. 887115. That's the room number, in case y'all want to join up. I would prefer if y'all didn't have meta decks. Simply because, seriously, playing non-meta is just much more fun. If I wanted to play meta, I would just go on the ladder. Just same thing with Duel Links. Remember back in the day, have the dual rooms and not play any meta stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I just thought it was much more fun without the meta stuff. I have no idea who Swishy is. No clue who this person is. Who is Swishy? Identify yourself. I'm like, I'm nobody. Let's see, what do I want to play here? Technically, Dre's Kids is meta, sorta. It's not very meta, but it's technically on the list. it's like the 15. It's like number 15 on the meta list. So I guess glowing digital bug. I'm gonna play this. Let's play this. I have no clue how this deck works. Let me see. Okay, yeah, this is a very weird deck. But I'm going to play this deck. Just because I want to make this a little different, give you all something different to look at. So we'll play this. There we go. They're not OP. Like I said, they're technically meta simply because they're like again, when we have the big list of all the various meta decks, only like something like 3% of players actually play Prank Kids on the ladder now, which is still a decent amount. And it's still a good deck, but yeah, by far, I think I posted the list a few days ago. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Tri-Brigade, Virtual World, and Eldritch are your top 3. And then you got Zodiac, Adamancipator, and Drytron. It's weird. Blink. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? I have no idea how some of these cards work. Okay, Warrior Fact. Okay. That's all I got. But yeah, those are the big decks. The Eldritch is one of the big ones. The whatchamacallit, the Tri-Brigade and the Virtual World. Spiral's not even on the list. What's this? Tuning. Add 1 Synchro Tuner from your deck. Okay. Yeah. Spiral, which I thought Spiral's kind of neat, but it feels a little clunky. Still seems like a neat deck. More tuning. But yeah, it seems like it could be an interesting deck. I'm trying to think of all the other archetypes that are out there that nobody really plays anymore. I actually haven't seen a straight up Blue Eyes deck, I don't think. Unknown Synchron. Synchron Carrier. Oh, one of those is a tuner. Oh, you got another one. Junk Synchron. Oh, I completely forgot to put on my background music. Okay, go background music. There we go. Oh my god, look at this flooding the field. He's gonna get 500 synchros out. Yeah. Oh, the Hyper Librarian. Didn't they ban Hyper Librarian for a little while? I mean, I know it's not banned anymore, but I think it was banned for a little bit. Yeah, he's gonna get 3 synchros out here. He's got 2, 3. Yeah, he can get a 4 or 5 out right now if he wanted to. Actually, no. A 5. Yeah, 4 or 5, I think. Junk's better. You're a ham bone, some YouTuber. Gonna file a neck bone. Ooh, Coral Dragon. Does this feel like that turn that your opponent was taking, Dan? No, man, he would just sit there. Yeah, this is why Hyper Librarian is insane. Because you can just keep synchro summoning over and over and over again, drawing cards, getting more and more stuff to the field. Let's see, Coral Dragon. What does this guy do again? You can discard 1 card, target. Okay, let's see. Darn! I'm gonna lose already. Turn 1. Ooh, level 8. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card. Oh wow, that thing's pretty nifty there. 1 dark tuner, 1 non-tuner. Yeah, I'm gonna have to draw a miracle at this point. Bloop. Let's see, what are we gonna do here? Bam! That's right, I'm taking at your unknown synchron. You can't stop me. That's it. That's all I got, man. Remember, this is the starter deck, dang it. I haven't even made any changes to it. It's just what it is. been some cat outside, like for the last few hours. It sounds like a queen in heat. And in case you don't know what that means, it's a female cat that is in heat. That's pretty much it. Because every time it walks by my apartment, it's like, wow. It's one of those meows that it sounds like they're kind of in pain, but they're not really in pain. They're just horny. So yeah, that's what's going on with it. Thought Ruler Arcfiend. What is that board? It's just a board. I don't get it. What's you have a question there? Is that a question? Okay, Ally of Justice. Got a shovel. No! Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting you guys have to shovel snow. I'm outside thinking, man, I gotta shovel some sunshine. And just wait till August. I'm like, I hate it down here. It's so hot. Because it is. No, it's not. It's not necessarily random. There are reasons why that stuff is in there. It's an interesting deck. Synchros can really, mess with you there. But unfortunately, like I was saying, this particular deck, it's just the one that you get from playing and just look at it. There was no way I was gonna win with this. I mean, the cards aren't horrible, but it just doesn't. There's nothing that speeds this deck up. Like, he had tunings, and I was like, oh, do I have tunings in this deck? And then I thought, and I was like, no, I don't. So, like, yeah, this thing isn't going to do very well, because I just didn't have anything to speed it up. I mean, and look at the extra deck. There's only 5 Synchro monsters there. So, it's not like you could really get anything going. Alright, maybe I need to try a different deck, because obviously that's not gonna work. Let's try... This glowing digital bug thing seems interesting. I have no idea how that deck works, though. Well, I mean, I guess if I want to give myself even a chance to win, I should probably play for higher, but... yeah, because the Gusto deck isn't going to do it either. I guess I'll do for higher, just to give myself a chance. But yeah, in case you weren't here earlier, Kent, when I said it, we're not running meta decks here, so yeah. Because we actually want the matches to actually be somewhat competitive, because I'm terrible at this game. I did not want to go first. Really did not want to go first. Hate going first, man. Absolutely hate it. Waiting for a response? What's this? No! Where are you doing, man? There he goes. You forgot to change decks? What deck are you playing? Well, instead of disconnecting, you could have just surrendered the duel. Why didn't you just surrender? We wouldn't have to go through this. He's like, oh yeah, I guess I could have done that too. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to disconnect. Just surrender the duel. It doesn't matter. Well, I have no idea who these people are, but I guess we're going to spectate this. Oh, cyber dragons. If Moni were here, he'd be like, ooh, cyber dragons. Let's see it. You were so hyped your Dying Light 2 copy has finally arrived. I heard that game was actually pretty good. It just came out, too. Like a couple days ago. Oh, pendulums! Yeah, you don't see too many pendulum decks around. Oh, okay, he destroyed his own... Okay. So that's a 4 and an 8. Oh, he's throwing the 1 down there. Okay. Duelist Alliance. Pendulum Call. Oh, nice Arc Pendulum Dragon. Hmm. Nope, that cat's back again. Damn horny cats. Oh, metal foes. Electromite. 2 pendulum monsters. Ooh. You can add 1 pendulum monster from your extra deck. Oh no, Effect Veiler. Gonna just ruin your day, man. It's like, no. That's the downside of going first, is it's like you want to set up, but at the same time, while you're trying to set up turn 1, something like that can happen, and you're just like, oh crap. So now all he has out there is just an 18 attacker, really. That's it. And so now his opponent can set up and just start going crazy. Really? You're gonna burn the Geki? Hmm. Quick draw synchron. Well, I guess Kent is probably back, so let me get out of this. There. All right, Kent. Let's try this again. And remember, Kent, don't walk into the house with the giant foil thing of popcorn. Everybody's like, what in the world does that even mean? You're too young, kiddies. It's not meant to mean anything to you. The movie that reference is from is probably older than... Oh, go second. It's probably older than all of you. No! I can't... Really? I picked second! Oh, come on! I very clearly chose second. What is this shenanigans? Oh my god, I hate this game. Dan is going to stream Dying Light for us. If he has time between himself, his wife, and his 29 kids. Yeah, poor Dan got 1 million kids, man. He doesn't know when to quit. What was the last count? Because I know when we first met Dan, what is this? Cyber emergency. I'm sure. Might as well negate the darn thing. When we first met him, I think he only had 1 kid, and he had 1 on the way. And then he and his girl had that baby, and we kept bugging him to name it Mokuba. And and then she got pregnant again, and so he had another kid, and then before you know it, he had 29 kids. He's too legit to quit. Apparently too legit to quit having sexy time with his girlfriend. Can't blame him though. I mean, hey, why not? Plus, he's young. He's like in his 20s. I just know them kids are going to kill you though, man. They won't kill you now, but just wait until they're all teenagers. Oh man, that's going to suck. And 29 kids. It's an ongoing joke. It's like a running gag we've had for the last several years with Dan. Because like I was saying, for a while when we first met him, he already had a kid, and his girl was about to have a baby. And then she had the baby, and then it felt like just like literally months after she had the kid, she was pregnant again. He needs a hobby. He plays Duel Links. That's his hobby. And then he just got Dying Light. So there you go. Yeah, he has a hobby. I mean, he can afford his kids. It's fine, because his job pays him pretty well. But yeah, that's been an ongoing joke since like 2016. Every time we see him, it's like, "Oh, you're 29 kids." Like they're fine. What does this thing do again? Okay. Okay. Just had lunch. Yeah, lunch is why this show is only going to be probably 2 hours. Duel me, that's you casual. I put that in the title every time now, because I noticed whenever I put "Duel me, you casual" or you know the little trash talking thing, people tend to show up. Like, oh well, I can beat this guy. He's not that hard. I'm gonna embarrass him on his own show. Joke's on you, sucker. I know I'm gonna lose. Please. Sure. I need some kids. No, I don't. No way, man. No kids. Absolutely not. Thought I had a kid. Turned out it wasn't mine. Seriously, old girlfriend from years ago, man. I think I told y'all about that, how old girlfriend from years ago. I talked to her and she was just like, yeah, got the kid here. And I'm like, oh, really? How's the kid doing? How old's your kid? And blah, blah, blah. Told me the age, and I was like, wow, that was right around the time we were going out. And she's like, nah, I promise it's not yours. I'm like, all right, it's fine, I guess. And I guess she kind of had to say that too, because apparently the father of the kid, um, I don't know exactly what was going on with them, but um, apparently she had to sue him for child support because he wasn't, I guess, holding up his end of the bargain, so to speak. So she had to sue him for child support. And she won, of course, because, gotta pay. But yeah, that was the whole deal there. And plus, it's funny because I actually knew who the dude was. And, ooh, Cyber Dragon Infinity. I actually knew who the dude was. And I'd met him once in my life. It was just like a very casual, like, oh, this is so and so. That was it. That was all I knew about him. Well, enough still haven't beaten me in Duel Links. I would hope not. If you got a 1-year-old beating you in Duel Links, either you're really that bad or he's amazing. Not in New Hampshire? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Overload Fusion. Here in Texas, man, it's the courts are very much in favor of the mothers here in Texas. So yeah, if a mom shows up in court and is like, "Hey, I need to get paid," then the court's gonna pretty much just say, "Yeah, pay her," or else. Let's see, what is this thing doing? Guess that doesn't really matter which of these two I bring out. New Hampshire, you don't have to pay child support. That seems kind of shady. Just move from Texas. Nah, that's not how it works, man. If they sue you in Texas, then the Texas, if a Texas court orders that you have to pay, you still have to pay. Yeah, because if you imagine, if it really did work that way, every people would be trying like crazy to get out of paying child support like that. Yeah, that's why whenever people file lawsuits and stuff, a lot of times they will file them in particular districts, knowing that in some districts it will immediately favor one party over another. Because unfortunately, some of the lesser known laws and how procedure works and discovery and all that works are a little bit different from place to place. But yeah, if your girl's even if you're actually from New Hampshire and your girl is from Texas, if she files in Texas and gets the ruling, yeah, you still have to pay. Oh, my whiz got doinked. Yeah. People are like, "Oh man, is that true?" Yeah, it's true. That's how it works, man. Sorry. Hmm. See, targets. 2 light monsters. 1 additional attack. Okay. Each battle phase of this card has not declared an attack. You can target the machine monster you control 200 or more attack. For this of the turn, that monster gains 2100 attack. So neither player takes any damage from attacks involving this monster. Well... Excuse me. Which one do I want to destroy? Guess I'm going to destroy this one. What do I even have? Can I bring anything out here? Well, neither of these is going to help. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Got nothing. Any info on Pokemon Live? No. You could argue it's in the wrong jurisdiction? No, that doesn't happen, Poncho. Unfortunately, it doesn't. You can try to draw it out, but you have to remember, like, say, for instance, if somebody takes you to court here and they win a judgment against you here in Texas, that judgment has a date on it. And from that date, that is when you technically owe your, whoever sued you. And you can appeal it. You're more than welcome to appeal it. And if it gets overturned on appeal here in Texas, then that's fine. You can also appeal it in your state. But whenever you appeal it, even if you're out in, like, again, if you're in New Hampshire, for example, you can appeal it in New Hampshire and just say, well, I can't obviously afford to keep going back down to Texas, so I'm going to appeal it here in New Hampshire and have a local judge take a look at it. The local judge still has to adhere to that Texas law because that's where the original judgment came from. Just because it moves to another jurisdiction after the fact doesn't mean it immediately goes away. So yeah, he still has to adhere to the original Texas ruling. So if it's ruled in Texas that you have to pay child support, then unless you give a very good reason as to why you would not pay child support, like the kid isn't yours. If there's like a blood test done and you find out the kid's not yours, obviously you'll win that on appeal. But if it turns out the kid is yours, then that New Hampshire judge is like, well, it's your kid. The original judgment stands, and that's it. That's how it would rule. And not only that, again, like I was saying, the judgment date that's on the paperwork when that person originally wins the case against you, if, say, for instance, it takes you 18 months in order to get the new hearing and appeal process and all that stuff wherever you are in New Hampshire, it still goes back to that date. So say, for instance, if January 1, you get the judgment against you, January 21, or January 1st, 2022, that's the date, the original judgment. 18 months goes by, you still owe for that 18 months now, plus interest. So, yeah, if you're gonna do that, you need to be absolutely certain that you're going to win that appeal, or at the very least be paying on it. Because if not, then yeah. Or judges force a non-paternal father to pay child support. Yeah, that stuff happens. Like there have been times where where somebody has here, I'll change decks. There have been times where somebody, like a guy, has signed the birth certificate and then later found out that he wasn't the father. But up until that point, until it's actually found out that you are not the father, Mari, then technically you're on the hook for that. That's why some men will purposely not sign the birth certificate, because there may be a question there as to if they are the father or not. And some of that stuff can get really expensive, because you have to remember, whenever whenever somebody takes you to court over over child support, you actually don't even really need a lawyer. Like if, like, say for instance, if you're a, well, I mean, it could be either or, because I mean, there have been plenty of times where I've seen where the man gets child support from the woman because, you know, for whatever reason. So if I'm a guy and there's a kid and I'm taking care of the kid and the mother's just like off doing her own thing, not helping out, I can take her to court and I can just file a complaint with our local AG and they'll handle it from there. You don't even have to pay them; they'll just do it. Whereas to defend yourself, you probably want a lawyer, which you have to pay for out of pocket. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh man, I have no idea how this deck works. All right, let's see. What do we got? I'm just gonna go crazy with this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, here. Battle. Let's go in it. Ah, the Fortress Warrior. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird legal stuff going on with the court system. And you're like, how do you know so much about the court system? My sister's a paralegal. And, well, that's one thing. My sister is a paralegal. And two, I just read way too much. But yeah, it is possible for somebody who is not the father to actually be ruled. And it's weird because it really all depends on the situation. As far as somebody that is actually not the parent being forced to pay child support. Like if you legally adopt a child, at that point it's as if you were their biological parent. And so like if you take off, or like if the marriage breaks up or whatever, even if you leave, you are still financially responsible for that child because you adopted them. Okay. I have no idea how any of this works. Still synthesis. Again, I'm just kind of like, hey, let's try this. Oh, no, that's 500. What's this guy? 1,000. Oh, this is a tuner. Okay. Let's bring him out. All right, what do we got here? Oh, okay. I think I know how to use this guy. Some sort of your dad. I don't think so. You wouldn't want me to be your father. I don't think I'd be a good father. I mean, I think I would to a certain extent, but then I wouldn't. I think I'd be that kind of dad that's a little too real for the kid's own sake. Like if I had a kid, Dad, why are you and Mom not together anymore? It's because that dumb bitch decided she wanted to screw my best friend. She what, Dad? Oh, she just decided she didn't want to hang around with me anymore. Dad, how come Mom's not around anymore? Well, it turns out she likes having a little struggle snuggle with her buddies down at the DMV. Dad, what's a struggle snuggle? Don't worry about it, son. You'll find out when you're older. I'll even tell you when you're older. Oh my god. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, let's do that. How do I do that? We want Beavis and Butthead together. Yeah, I haven't seen that show in forever. Wish I had a father like that. You wish for it, and then you get it, and then you're like, oh crap. Yeah, fortunately, my dad wasn't great. He wasn't around. I'm just gonna summon this dude. Screw it. I'm just gonna go all in on this. I sense a mirror frost. Watch, he's gonna mirror force me, and I'm gonna be like, no. He's gonna let that go through first. I mean, if you were gonna burn mirror force now, it'd probably be a good time. Oh, Scarecrow. Mm-hmm. Hammer, I got a son named Nail. Okay, that sounds weird. Doink. Okay, you go there. You over there. End turn. It kind of makes me think of that Bill Burr comedy bit where he's talking about what kind of father his dad was to him, or what kind of father he would be to his kid, and he's just like telling it to him way too real. It's kind of hilarious. Ooh. Hmm. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's see. This card special summon you can banish when zombie type monster you are in the current game. Ooh, okay, sure, we'll do that. Here, you can go away. Ah, morphine jar. What do we got here? Okay. Where's Dark Trax, man? We gotta call Trax in here. He's one of the better players that we know. Sure. There you go. See, MST's better. It's definitely better than that D spell. MST is much better. Heck, even a Dust Tornado. What do we got here? Yeah, this deck doesn't seem to have any backfield control at all. I'm getting monsters out, which is good. Just no backfield control. Damn Scarecrow again. This deck actually seems pretty neat. I actually may take this deck and improve it and actually play it. Like I said, it just needs some backfield control here. Because it draws okay. It's fairly easy to get stuff out. What's that, Dark Door? Ugh, you're really trying to stall. Yeah, I don't think that with the fact that this doesn't have backfield control is hurting me badly right now. Now this thing likes to play with remove from play, huh? Come on. Jeez, dude, this deck is kind of nuts. Ugh. I didn't get the draw I was hoping to get. Yeah, with no backfield control, this is going to be a long match. Because he's just going to scarecrow this again. Yeah, I don't mind the dark door so much, it's just that scrap iron is hurting. And I have no way to kill it. I have no way to get rid of it. Hmm. What is the deck Hammer playing? It feels like it's just a stall deck. I have no idea what he's trying to do except maybe Exodia. I mean, there are definitely better ways to do Exodia, but it's the fact that he's able to stall this much says something. Again, it's because I can't destroy his backfield. I have nothing to do there. I mean, look at my field. My field is kind of nuts. Look, and it's going to get better. I'm bringing another one of these out. But I can't... Yeah, I can't do anything. Ah, bottomless. Actually, not the worst thing in the world. That's fine. We're going to let him bottomless that. No, I'm going to let that go. Because then I can just do this. I'm going to bring both of my... or two of my synchros back. Nah, this isn't going to do me any good. Obelisk Dreadroot. Yeah, this isn't going to help me either. I can't believe this whole deck doesn't have any backfield destructions. Stupid. None of these cards do backfield destruction. This is really, really dumb. It's going to last 2 more hours, possibly. Because again, I'm getting monsters to the field perfectly easily, but without any MSTs or, you know, Galaxy Cyclones or Feather Dusters or anything. It's going to be, yeah, we're going to be here a while. Because again, he's got Dark Door, and then he's got the Scarecrow. He's just going to keep activating Scarecrow. Yeah, and there's nothing I can do about it because I can't destroy it. And I can't negate it. Again, as great as this deck is at getting monster to the field, it is horrible at handling backfield. Absolutely horrible. You'd figure there'd be at least one monster here that could handle something like that, but nope. He wants to summon something. It's the Morphing Jar number 2. This game is too long. Yeah, because at least, if think of it this way, if I'd played my Fur Hires, I'd have ways to dump his backfield. Heck, even with my Gusto deck, I could have found ways to dump the backfield. Actually, I could have... Yeah, I should have actually activated that. What's this? How many cards have got left? Oh, I got plenty of cards left. Nope. No, Monster Reborn, it's face up. Yeah, it always comes back face up. Unless you have a card that specifically allows you to put it face down. Yeah, I'm filling my backfield here. There are cards that allow you to actually bring back a monster and put it face down. There's the Shallow Grave. The only downside for you if you were to play the Shallow Grave is that your opponent gets the effect also. So if you bring back Shallow Grave, you could have targeted Morphing Jar, put it onto your field face down, defense, but then I would have been able to do the same thing with a monster. Again, Shallow Grave is an older card, but, you know. Oh, speaking of jars, I was going through some old cards. I found an old Cyber Jar card. I was like, ah, the memories. Looks like that used to be fun. Yeah. And the cool thing is the Cyber Jar I found was the Hobby League Cyber Jar. Poor guy didn't deserve that. Poor Cyber Jar. Or Morphing Jar number 2. Morphing Jar number 2, even when it was popular back in the day, it was always kind of the bastard son of the original Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar number 2 is what you played when you very clearly could not afford a Morphing Jar, which was very normal back then because those darn cards are so expensive. I kind of wish I had kept one of my old Morphing Jars now, because I had them. It's just, you know, it's hard to turn down a few $100 back then. Oh, why'd you put in attack mode? I don't think it matters. Unless he's trying to bring his Dreadroot now. I don't... Let me see. How does this work? Okay, yeah, he may be bringing his Dreadroot now. Took him a while, but it's there. He just realized something. He's like, uh-oh. Quit this game boring now. No, this is actually... The game is actually getting good now. Look at this. He's thinking about it. How many cards you got left? Wow, you still got a lot of cards. Wouldn't allow you to? Well, you're in trouble now, Thor. Took you all 3 hours. What we got here? Yeah, my hand stinks now. Well, let's do all the damage we can, if we can. You would have had a double summon. Well, wasn't this set, though? I think it's because you set this card. I think that's what happened, is you set this card first, and then you flipped your goat. So you should have actually flipped the goat first, and then it would have let you do the Dread Root. But yeah, I'm actually kind of digging this deck. Like I said, I just need to make some serious adjustments to the backfield control in this thing. It needs much more. And then I could mess around with more of the synchros, because lots of synchros summoning in this thing. And if I needed, I guess I could try and find a link monster, like a generic link monster, that I could throw in here. Don't forget to switch your goat if you need it, unless you're going to Dread Root it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, you're going to Obelisk. Look at this guy. That's not a zombie? Oh, it's a warrior. Oh, that's so dumb. I thought she was a zombie. I forgot she's a warrior. As old as this card is, I forgot. That's Master Duel for you, man. Some of these matches can get pretty long. Yeah, My back feels awful too. You finished all of One Piece? Well, you can't fast forward through time. It hasn't been that long. Doesn't One Piece have like 200 and something episodes? It's like one of those ridiculously long shows. It's been around forever. There's only a handful of shows that actually do that. Have you noticed in anime how most anime only get like, one season, maybe 2 seasons? But every now and then you'll run into an anime that's just around forever. You have stuff like your Pokemon, or you have again One Piece. What was another really long one? Dragon Ball. Well, the various iterations of Dragon Ball. What's another really long one? And I'm talking like hundreds of episodes long. If you really think of it, though, Yu-Gi-Oh was like 200 episodes. Just the original Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not talking about the all the other little extra ones. Donald Trump became president again. I hope not. That'd be awful. Doink. See, Naviel can think of him. The MS-10 is not negate, just so you know. By the time this gets to him via the stream, he'll be like, oh. Yeah, I mean, if you were thinking of targeting this, you can, but that effect is still going to resolve. Oh, we're going for another one. Okay. That's fine. That actually works. If anything, this match kind of shows you what Yu-Gi-Oh has become. Because seriously, even back in the day when we had regular matches at tournaments or whatever, matches were no longer generally than about 15, 20 minutes maybe. And now you can get a single. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that because a match is 3 games or a best of 3. A total match would be about 35 minutes or so, whereas nowadays, one game can be about 35 to 40 minutes. For dinner? No, not for dinner, for lunch. Oh, crap. Oh, it's zombie monsters. I'm showing how rookie-ish I am. Look at this. I'm dumping my monster. Yay! We're going to be haunted shrine. Oh, look at that. Moni's all showing up late. Where you been, man? We got some old school stuff going, man. Look at that obelisk on the field. My hand is terrible. The thing is, his own dark door is going to start hurting him now. Because he can only attack with one monster, just like me. And the strange thing is, the way that this deck is designed, I may actually deck him out. Seriously. Get your girl a rose toy? What do you mean a rose toy? I kind of want to do this. Oh, I just got a message. It just binged for me. I'm sure you all heard it. What is this? What in the world is this? Really? This is in here? That's weird. Okay. But that actually could be helpful. I'll have to see what I can do with it. Because there are so many better equip cards. It's like, why use that one? You could do so much more. Oh, watch that be another morphine jar. No, I'm not gonna Google that. Oh, it's a scrap iron. Let me see what the message here says. Oh, okay. Darn. Yeah, I gotta head out in like probably 5-10 minutes now. They actually got here much faster than I thought they would. Maybe they were speeding. If they're coming in my sister's car, they were definitely speeding. My sister's a crazy driver, man. I do not like being in the car when she drives. And the funny thing is she, for the longest time, there was this weird thing that she would always do, called speeding. And it was so funny because like 3 or 4 times when she was pregnant with her various kids, she got pulled over for speeding, but got out of it because she was pregnant. She would even tell us, she'd be like, yeah, I got out of it because I was pregnant. I was like, you serious? And she kept doing it over and over and over again. I'm like, dude, maybe you should stop speeding. I mean, because when you think about it, it's just like when you pile one thing on top of the other, it just gets worse and worse. Because it's like, why are you speeding? Especially when you're pregnant. It's like, She's like, well, what do you do when you get pulled over? I'm like, I just don't say anything. Doink. Sorry. No. No 4,000 for you. Hold on, I gotta check my graveyard. Okay, that's not good. Actually, hold on. No, not you. Not you. Sure, why not? Yeah, I gotta get a move on here now, man. Come on, man, we gotta kill this darn obelisk. I'm gonna probably have to end up surrendering the duel simply because I just don't have the time now at this point. Like, well, y'all only been dueling for like an hour. This turn 29. That's funny. I seriously didn't think it would go turn 29. But I did get one thing out of this duel. I found that I actually kind of like this deck. Oh, card destruction. Mm. uh. Oh, you're gonna dump them to dump the. Yeah. Oh my god, this is really taking forever now. Now I feel you guys. I'm sorry. This really is taking a long time. Turn 30 is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, this is gonna be the last turn I can play. I gotta head out. Ah, I was gonna finish the turn. Dang it. Well, it was interesting. Maybe after I get back, I'll play again. Who knows? Thanks for hanging out. I know that last duel sucked. It just took forever. But again, I actually want to play this deck now. I really do. It needs backfield support so badly. Yeah, I think that I really sincerely don't know who would have won that. Because I had an idea of how I could have beat you, but I just didn't have a way to really change the battle position of your goats, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think I actually want to rebuild this deck. Like for the most part, it's pretty good. But again, like Violet Crystal, nah, we're gonna get rid of those. Yeah, Violet Crystal's gonna go away. I could probably play with two of these, and I want to see if there's any more synchro stuff that I can bring. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna go have some lunch now with my family.